You're still listening to Kumbang Channel, and this is KT News. Macau Lawyers Association AAM President Jorge Neto Valente told TDM on Thursday that if he had been in Hong Kong last Sunday, he would have supported the protesters against the Hong Kong government's proposed extradition law, the Macau Post Daily reported on Friday. Neto Valente also said in the interview that was broadcast on TDM's Portuguese language main newscast on Thursday night that the best way for the Hong Kong government to solve the row was to postpone the discussion of the bill in the Legislative Council. Meanwhile, the Hong Kong government did postpone the discussion of the controversial bill yesterday. However, tens of thousands of people still took to the street today demanding total cancellation of the bill. Last Sunday, nearly 1 million people were reported to be participating in the protest that ended in a riot and clashes between protesters and the police. Meanwhile, Macau's extradition bill is still being drafted, the Legal Affairs Bureau DSAJ said in a written reply to an interpellation by lawmaker Leong Son Yok. Radio Macau reported on Tuesday and reported by the MPD the next day. The government had submitted the bill to the legislature in 2015. Since then, the matter has been pending. The central government's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, will create employment for up to 21,000 people in the Philippines, Macau Secretary for Administration and Justice Sonia Chen Hoifan said on Wednesday, as reported by the Macau Post Daily on Thursday. Chen pointed out that the Second Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation was successfully held in Beijing in April, where Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte had fruitful meetings with President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Keqiang. Chen noted that on the sidelines of the forum, 19 agreements with Chinese companies were signed, adding that if all the agreements are implemented, they could bring $12 billion worth of investments to the Philippines and provide employment for up to 21,000 Filipinos. Meanwhile, Philippine Consul General to Macau, Lilibeth R. Diapera, said recently that domestic workers who consider their exclusion from a proposed minimum wage bill to be unfair always have the option to not work in Macau, Macau Business reported. Secretary for Social Affairs and Culture Alexis Tam Chon Weng said on Tuesday that he regretted that Macau football team was unable to play Sri Lanka in the second leg of a 2022 World Cup qualifying first round clash, which was initially scheduled to be held on that day in Sri Lanka. Tam said he respects and understands the Macau Football Association's decision not to send the team to Sri Lanka for the second leg match in order to protect the players' personal safety due to the recent terrorist attack in the South Asian island nation, while he also understood the players' unhappiness that they could not play the game. Tam also said the local government could not and had not interfered in the Macau Football Association's decision-making process, adding that he believed the association made the decision after careful consideration. However, he urged the association to improve communication with its players before making any decisions in the future, the MPD reported. And for tonight's flash news, a woman was hurt by a falling stone slab from the door frame of an entrance of the BNU headquarters in the city centre on Thursday afternoon. The Macau Customs Service said in a statement earlier this week that its officers, in conjunction with inspectors of the Health Bureau (SSM), have seized 986 illegally imported pharmaceutical products from 5 local shops. A female tourist from the mainland was injured in Rua de Cinco de Outubro on Thursday when a taxi ran over her foot, according to Public Security Police (PSP). The suspect is a 70-year-old driver surnamed Chang. The local government launched on Monday the first phase of a public consultation to collect opinions and suggestions from the public on the ongoing environmental assessment for an undersea tunnel project between the peninsula and Taipa, the land's Public Works and Transport Bureau, the SSOPT, said in a statement. After a local investment consultancy head named Leong Kwok Chow recently announced his plan to run as the second chief executive candidate for Macau, a third potential candidate has announced a plan to run for the top job for the SAR. well-known protester Hoi Weng-chong, who was the director for the now-defunct Gongming newspaper, announced on Monday that he too planned to run in this year's Macau chief executive election that is scheduled to take place in August. As for the weather in Macau, some rain and thunders expected tomorrow, with local temperature between 25 and 29 degrees Celsius, after which the weather throughout the week is expected to be sunny with some clouds, as well as some rains on Tuesday and Sunday. Temperatures throughout the week will be between 25 and 32 degrees, while humidity will be between 75 and 95%. For more information about the local weather, visit www.smg.gov.mo. And that's all for tonight's KT News. Getting back to our music, this is Take That, I'd Wait for Life. Continue to listen to Kumbang channel. Kumbang, kumpul bareng yo.